Get into the holiday spirit with this adorable tutorial. Learn how to draw a cute 3D reindeer cupcake featuring festive jingle bells and colorful Christmas lights. Using Posca markers, I'll show you step by step how to create this cute holiday masterpiece perfect for Christmas art projects. One of the key details for this reindeer is going to be how we draw the frosting. So you can see one side is going to be larger, one side is going to be smaller, and it's going to create the cheeks of this reindeer. Also, you can see I've mapped out all the different colors and values that we're going to be using, and I will walk you step by step through the coloring process. We're going to draw this reindeer in 3/4 view, so we're going to draw a circle, and then by curving a line to the right, it's going to rotate this reindeer's head to the right. So you can see right here, we're going to just curve a line to the right, and also I'm going to curve a line up. We're going to be using the 3D technique size here. So we're going to draw this eye larger, this eye is closer to us, and the other eye we're going to draw it a little bit smaller because it's further off in the distance. And with these kawaii style eyes, we are going to add 2 white dots, a large white dot and a small white dot. And then we'll go ahead and we'll fill in that space around it. All right, well, we're going to add a little bit more detail to these eyes here. So we're going to draw a line that curves up, and then a line that curves to the left. And to add a cute little detail, we'll add these eyelashes. We're going to repeat this on the other eye, curving a line up, and then curving a line to the right. Once again, adding those eyelashes. We're going to move on to the snout of the reindeer. So I'm going to establish this oval shape. And then the shape of the reindeer's nose is a line that curves down. And then I'm going to curve a line to the right. I want to make this oval now appear to be 3-dimensional. So that's a cross contour line. And we're going to draw a little tiny mouth. We're now going to move on to drawing the cheek of this reindeer. And so once again, this is a key detail here. So we're curving a line to the right, and I think it's a little bit too big. So I did want to make this one a little bit smaller. It's further off in the distance. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that just a little bit smaller. And so once again, this is going to be the frosting of the cupcake, but it's also creating the cheeks for the reindeer. And you can see on this side, I am going to go larger on that shape, curving these lines to the left. And now we're just going to go ahead and start creating the frosting starting at the top. So I tell my kids sometimes it's a little bit like a shark fin at the top. And there's obviously many different ways you could draw frosting onto a cupcake. And then now I'm going to go ahead and work on the lines that are now curving over to the right. Now I'm going to go ahead and establish a guideline for the markings that's going to go across the face of the reindeer. And if you're wondering, yes, I have a bunch of other sketches. Rudolph, Santa, snowmen. There's going to be a lot more of these cute cupcakes that I'm going to be posting here in the next couple days. And right now is a good time to stand back from your artwork and evaluate it. So did you accomplish that goal of making the frosting larger on the left for the cheek, and then obviously smaller on the right hand side? Now we're going to go ahead and draw 2 lines that taper down, and we're going to draw a line that curves down for the base of the cupcake. We're going to use some lines that curve down for the frosting that's going to be overlapping that cupcake wrapper. All right, well, now we're going to go in and we're going to start establishing the tail. So I'm using a line that is curving to the left. And now I'm going to go ahead and use some lines that curve to the left to create a fur texture. A little line down. It's going to create the marking on that tail. And I'm going to zoom in here. So to start this ear, I'm curving a line to the left, and I'm curving a line to the right. And I am making this ear smaller because it's further off in the distance. And now I'm just adding a few more details so we can establish the inner part of the ear. This side we're going to draw larger. So once again, objects that are closer to us are larger. And once again, I'm curving a line to the right, curving a line to the left. And then we're going to go back in and add a little bit more detail to the ear. Fantastic. And we're going to use size once again with the antlers. So you're going to notice the one on the left we are going to draw bigger. The one on the right we're going to draw smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and curve a line to the left. I'm going to go ahead and curve the line to the left. It's a little bit like drawing a cactus, huh? And then on the other side, we're going to be curving this line to the right. I'm going curving line up, and then I'm back around, curving a line to the right again. And once again, we are making this one smaller. All right, well, we're going to go in now and add a really fun detail. We're going to use a line that loops around a couple times here. And this is where we're going to add the Christmas lights. So we're going to draw a cylinder. I'm going to draw a line that curves up, 2 lines down, and then now we're going to establish the shape of the bulb. We're going to go ahead and repeat this a few more times. Now this detail adds a little bit of comedy to our piece. As you know, these Christmas lights get tangled up, and our reindeer obviously has a little bit of a problem. These little bulbs are all tangled up in their antler. I love going around and looking at all the Christmas lights this time of year. All the cool decorations. All right, so we're going to go ahead and curve a line down, and you're going to notice it matches the base of the cupcake. And we're going to go ahead and match that same line that curves down. So when we're drawing these cylinders, we're matching these curves the best we can. This is going to be a collar with the jingle bells. And I'm going to draw a little sketch like here, so I'm just going to move my hand in that circular motion. And once again, I'm just going to keep on going around until I'm happy with the shape that I've created. It's a good idea to go light when you do this. I go a little bit darker on the videos so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to be drawing lines that curve down. And these are cross contour lines that curve around the shape. And this is going to make these circles now appear to be more three-dimensional. So once again, I'm curving a line down, and then on the left and right hand side, I'm curving a line to the left on the left hand side, curving a line to the right on the right hand side. Now I'm just drawing a circle and a line down. This is another little detail for the bells. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw a little circle on the right and on the left of each one of these. And I think this is going to be it, guys. We're ready to outline. Woohoo! I'm going to really quickly go in and erase these construction lines. And then now I'm going to go in with a Sharpie marker for the outlines. And then I'm going to use a fine detail marker for the inlines. We have a lot of details on this one. I am not going to outline the electrical cord for the light bulbs. I'm going to save that for the Posca paint markers. And when you outline with a black marker, we're creating contrast. So contrast is when artists use opposite things together to make their artwork readable. So the opposite of black is white, and you can see now our wonderful reindeer cupcake. Look how much more readable. Look at all the details that we've captured. Wow. I can't wait. Okay, we're going to get to move on to coloring now. So I do have a few sets of Posca paint markers that I have. I have the pastel set. I also have the warm color set. And I also have the base set of 15 markers. And so when we color today, we're going to go in with the lighter values first, then the medium, and then the dark. This is the beige. Now, a little artist tip with these Posca paint markers is it's better to use a light amount of pressure because the nib on these markers can really tear up your paper. All right, now we're just going to go in with brown, and that is from the base set of 15. Okay, in the inner part of the ear, we're going to use the light pink. And I'm now going to go in with ivory for the jingle bells. This is going to be a light yellow color. And then we have the light green on the wrapper. Now I'll be going with red from the base set of 15. And for the ears, we have pink. And now we're going to go in with the cacao brown. And these medium values now, you can see they're really starting to add that shading. We have a regular yellow. And now we have the regular green. So this is going to be a good chance for us to review this technique of establishing a lighter value first and then going over the top it with a darker value. So I do have the pastel set of markers, and so I am going to go in with the lighter value apricot. This is the light blue, and then now I have just the regular orange going in, now the blue, and voila, value. So to create the shading on the cheek and also on the antlers, I need a shade in between the beige and the brown. So I'm going to go ahead and use the beige and the brown marker, and I'm going to actually just use a mixing palette and mix those two colors together to create that shade that I need. You could obviously do this right onto your paper as well, but this is another option as well. You can use a mixing palette and you could actually just pre-mix the color that you want and put it on there. And also, don't forget, when you have those lighter markers, you're going to need to work off this value off of the markers. So you're just going to kind of scribble the marker onto a scrap sheet of paper, and that'll get this color off of your marker. That way, the next time you use it, you won't be surprised and be like, oh no. And sometimes that happens. I know at school, oftentimes kids, especially with the yellow markers, they get dirty and they put that marker down, and it's like, oh, there's green or there's other colors that were mixed into that lighter color marker. So the light source is on the right-hand side, and we're creating the shading on the left-hand side. So we first have to identify the light source, and then we'll be able to go in and add the shading on the opposite side. So a fun fact about reindeers is that their eye color changes. In the wintertime, their eyes change to blue, which help them see at night. And in the summertime, their eyes change golden, which help them see in the daylight. So I did not add in an eye color on my reindeer, but if you want, you can go in and add in an eye color for yours. So a little bit about these Posca paint markers. You really do want to have all the markers in the collection, and each set sometimes will have duplicates. I know there's stores where you can buy individual markers. So I think the best way to go for me is I bought the base set of 15, I've got the pastel, and then I bought the warm color set. And I believe I'm only about 5 markers shy now. I just need to go to an art supply store and buy those individually. And the reason is because of the different values. So I would highly suggest getting all the Posca paint markers and then make your color swatches for each color, light, medium, and dark. And this is going to allow you to easily go in like I did and create value, establishing the light value, medium values, and the dark values. And wow, look at that. Amazing. And there you have it. A cute 3D reindeer cupcake with jingle bells and Christmas lights. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button for me and subscribe. If you have any questions or any ideas, feel free to leave those in the comments. And Merry Christmas.